This conference will now be recorded.
Hey everyone, I hope that you are doing well today, and thank you so much for joining us as we partner with the Corporation of Guardianship. We have Dorian Sylvester here, Executive Director of the Corporation of Guardianship, and she's going to share how they help serve you in North Carolina. But before we get started, I'm going to share a little bit of information with you about Wellspring Solutions and how we help older adults and their caregivers in the community with specialized adult day programs, group respite, education and support, and home care. So just briefly, as you can see here, we offer memory screenings. Those are free and confidential to members in the community. We are licensed out of UCLA Longevity Center to offer the Memory Fitness Program. We are certified to offer the Dementia Dialogues 5-week series. And our memory care center is for seniors with a diagnosis of dementia who benefit from coming to our program to engage with others. We have a lot of activities that promote physical and memory fitness. We have staff to assist with personal care needs, a nurse for healthcare monitoring, and a hot lunch and a snack. And again, it also is just a great way for the caregiver to get a much needed break. Connections and Memory Club is an abbreviated version of our members who come and benefit from socialization, a hot lunch, activity, and the caregiver gets a much needed break as well. Caregiver education, we offer right now virtual programming on a variety of different topics. You can access our video library on our website. We offer 2 virtual support groups. We offer home care in Guilford County, and we have a navigator program. If you're not really sure what services would best meet your needs, you can contact our social worker, Nicole, and she can help you just get a sense of what services might help you, whether they're with Wellspring Solutions or whether they're with a community partner. So please give us a call, or you can visit us on our website. But now I want to turn it over to Dorian. Dorian, for almost 7 years, has been the executive director of the Corporation of Guardianship. She has been working in the aging and human services industry for over 20 years. Thank you so much in advance, Dorian, for sharing your time and your expertise with us. And I will turn it over to you to share information about the Corporation of Guardianship.
Great. Thank you so much, Jody. I am excited to be with you today and just give you a brief overview of the Corporation of Guardianship, who we are and what we do and how we can be of assistance to you. Our mission statement is here on this slide. The Corporation of Guardianship is a private nonprofit organization providing fiduciary services and care management to vulnerable persons based on person-centered principles. Corporation of Guardianship is based right here in Greensboro, North Carolina. We serve older adults and people with disabilities across the entire state. We're North Carolina based, and we have been around for now 41 years. We just celebrated our 41st birthday. And so I'm just going to tell you a little bit about what we do. In a nutshell, we provide decision-making support services. And our goal is to ensure that we are safeguarding our clients' right to choice, right to dignity, and right to self-determination. And we do that in a very individualized and personalized way based on each client's needs and wishes. So what does decision-making support services mean? Well, at COG, that means that we serve in legal roles on behalf of individuals who don't have anyone else who's able to serve in that role. So the legal roles that we serve in include guardianship, trustee of special needs trusts, power of attorney, representative payee, and then we serve as successor in these roles. So for example, an individual might name a family member in one of these roles, but they need a backup plan. And we can serve as that backup plan. So I'm going to go into a little bit more detail about what each of these roles actually entails. But first, let's talk a little bit about why an adult would need decision-making support in the first place. One of the primary reasons that clients come to us at COG and need decision-making support is a diagnosis of dementia. And this slide shares a very staggering statistic. I've heard it many times, but it still shocks me that every 65 seconds, someone in the United States develops Alzheimer's disease. The numbers are growing, unfortunately. And while we often think about Alzheimer's disease or dementia as an illness that older people face, there is early onset dementia. And so we have some clients who are, in their 50s and much younger, who are struggling with the symptoms of dementia and need decision-making support because of that. And an interesting thing about dementia is that the changes in the brain start oftentimes 10, 20 years before the memory problems and confusion actually becomes noticeable. So it's all the more important to start planning for decision making before any symptoms show up. Another population that we serve at the Corporation of Guardianship is adults with disabilities. About 1 in 6 children are born with a developmental or intellectual disability, and this can include autism, it can include ADHD, cerebral palsy, Down syndrome, all kinds of intellectual and developmental disabilities. And our organization was actually founded to serve this population. We were seeing more and more older parents of adult children with disabilities who were faced with what's going to happen to my adult child when I'm no longer able to help them with decision making. And so the Corporation of Guardianship was actually founded to meet that need. And then over the years, we've added on additional services that not only support people with disabilities, but older adults as well. So some signs that someone in your life might need some decision-making support. Certainly the big one is memory loss that disrupts their ability to go about their daily life. Challenges in solving problems, confusion with time or place, losing the ability to come up with words, familiar phrases, misplacing things and not being able to retrace your steps to find them, changes in mood and personality. Any of us can experience any of these symptoms on any given day, but when it's significant enough to disrupt your ability to function, that's a sign that perhaps you or someone in your life may need some decision-making support. So let's talk a little bit more about those legal roles that the Corporation of Guardianship serves in. Representative Payee. This, in a nutshell, is a bill-paying service. So for individuals who receive any kind of Social Security benefit, and that can be retirement, that can be disability, it can be supplemental security income, any benefit from the Social Security Administration that an individual is struggling with managing, whether it's because of Alzheimer's disease, whether it's because of disability or perhaps mental health issues, if they're struggling to manage that income and are having trouble keeping up with their bills, we can receive their Social Security benefit on their behalf and make sure that all their essential bills are taken care of. Rent payments, utility payments, car payments, all the important things we manage on behalf of the individual who receives that benefit. And then any funds left over are discretionary funds that we help them budget so that they can meet all the extra needs that they have throughout the month. Power of attorney is a tool that a lot of people will put in place when they're younger. Ideally, when you're in your 20s or your 30s, it's a preparation tool. So doing a power of attorney is not something that you would do once you develop dementia. It's something that you would do in advance in case you were to develop dementia. And a power of attorney is basically a legal document that names somebody who can make decisions on your behalf, whether it's financial or health care, if you were to become incapacitated and not be able to make those decisions for yourself. So at the Corporation of Guardianship, we can be named in power of attorney documents, both for finances and health care, for individuals who don't have a family member that they trust or that is available to serve in that role for them. We can also serve as backup to a family member. So it might be that there's only one available family member, but then after that, there's nobody else. And so we can step in the event that we're needed and assist our clients with making major healthcare decisions, managing their finances, paying their bills, managing their home, their car, all the things that all of us do on a day-to-day basis to manage our lives. A special needs trust is a tool that's specific for people with disabilities. A trust is a pot of money or a pot of assets, for lack of a better word, that is exempt from public benefits eligibility criteria. So many public benefits, such as Medicaid, for example, require you to have very limited assets. So this is difficult for people with disabilities if they were to receive an inheritance, for example, from a parent or a grandparent. That inheritance would knock them off of Medicaid because they're over the eligibility limit. So the law allows for a special needs trust to receive those funds, and the individual will still qualify for Medicaid or food stamps or SSI, whatever public benefits, means tested public benefits they're receiving. So someone with a disability can have $1 million, $2 million in a special needs trust and still qualify for Medicaid and other public benefit services, which allows us as trustee to use those funds to enhance their quality of life and supplement what public benefits cover. And then lastly, we serve as guardian, hence our name, Corporation of Guardianship. Guardianship is the most extreme decision-making intervention because it requires involvement from the court. Guardianship happens when somebody does not put a power of attorney in place and they don't do any planning on the front end, and then find themselves in a situation where they need decision-making support. The court can intervene and name a guardian on that individual's behalf. At COG, we serve as guardian of the person and guardian of the estate, so both healthcare and finances. And we can assist with both in some cases when that's needed. So most people would prefer not to have to go through guardianship. It's the ideal scenario is to put a power of attorney in place so that you do not need to go through guardianship. And at COG, we try to explore every alternative to guardianship before we will go that route, because we understand that it is an extreme legal intervention. At COG, our mission and our philosophy, regardless of what decision-making role we're serving in, is to practice in a person-centered way. And what that means is that we try to make decisions that are not only important for our individual clients, but also what's important to them. And so we include our clients in all kinds of decision-making to the extent that they're able, where they want to live, what they want to do in their free time, how they would like their money handled, what's important to them, what their lifetime experience has been. Our job is not to swoop in and take over, but to simply assist and support our clients in living the highest quality of life they possibly can and enjoying what's important to them. So that's a critical part of our mission, regardless of whether we're paying bills with Social Security benefits or serving as court-appointed guardian. We look to each individual client and build a plan based on their wishes, their hopes, their dreams, and ensure that we are being person-centered in every decision that we make. We have a small but mighty staff. We have 10 staff based here in our Greensboro office, and we would love to be a resource to you. Our contact information is on this slide. I invite you to visit our website where you can learn more about each of our service areas. You're welcome to call any one of us at any time if you have questions, and we would be happy to talk through your particular situation. We have an attorney on staff. We do not provide legal services, but we would be happy to recommend or refer you to a local attorney who has expertise in whatever area you might be looking for. So we certainly partner with the legal community in lots of respects, and would be glad to help connect you with someone that can help you with the legal side of the work that we do. So again, we're just a phone call away, and I hope that you'll reach out if you have any questions or if there's anything that we can do to assist.
Dorian, thank you so much for, just being a great resource in the community, for just explaining some of these terms. I think we hear them, but we don't always know what they mean. And thank you so much for just reiterating the importance of planning. Thank you for sharing your time and your expertise with us. And again, if you would like to contact the Corporation of Guardianship, you see the phone and the website here on the screen. And thank you again so much for watching. Have a great day.
Thank you.